Howdy guys, Jimmy Song here. In this video, I'm going to talk about the @Bitcoin handle on Twitter and my thoughts around that. Now, there's a movement to sort of like ban them or take that domain back, and there might be a precedent with the @internet handle and so on. If you're not familiar with it, basically go online and look at what's going on. I believe that it's Twitter that's trying to figure out what to do because they're clearly representing something that it is not. So I have kind of mixed feelings about this. On the one hand, they are clearly committing fraud. They're using the @Bitcoin handle to promote Bitcoin Cash or Bitcoin ABC or whatever the hell they're called these days. And that's fraud, right? Like if you're Coke and you have the Pepsi handle, you're not allowed to tell everyone like Pepsi is actually just Coke or something like that, or the other way around. That would be like sort of like a trademark violation or something, and it would essentially be misrepresenting things, and that would be bad. That said, I mean, I generally don't like having to rely on centralized players for a lot of this stuff. Yeah, I get it. Like there's a lot of people that rely on centralized authority to do a lot of the work for them. So, for example, like ICANN, right? Like they'll do the same thing with domains. Sometimes they'll, if somebody is misleading people or something like that, they'll take the domain away and give it to somebody else or something like that. I don't like relying on that, and I find it truly ironic that Roger Ver relies on getting the Bitcoin.com domain and like all these centralized systems to uphold his quote unquote decentralized coin. And I mean that's kind of what's happening with that Bitcoin handle. I have no idea if Roger Ver's involved in that or not. But the idea that you have to rely on a central authority, well, I guess that's kind of par for the course for Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin ABC, or whatever. They are, they're not interested in decentralization. They are really only interested in, preserving the value of their particular coin by any means necessary, and like going on this wild goose chase of having lots of on-chain transactions for some reason, though apparently Bitcoin SV has even bigger blocks. So yeah, I mean I'm kind of I have mixed feelings about this, and when I put out that poll on Sunday about that, it was I had mixed feelings, and that's just to say that I do think that they are committing fraud. But that said, who dispenses justice here, right? Like it could be Twitter kind of dispensing justice, but then there's probably a lawsuit afterwards and all this other stuff, and then probably goes to some jurisdiction where Twitter happens to be, which would probably be the United States, and then it might get appealed and so on. And I mean there's value to these handles, and that's clear, and that's this is kind of what happens when you have something valuable that people stop using. I mean I really wish there was a better solution, but yeah, I mean I just hate that they have to be the referee, and I don't think Twitter likes that they have to be the referee here either. Anyway, hope that helps you. This song is done.